Everyone, welcome to another week of DIYs. I am super excited about this one because I have some special things for you guys this week. And this week is not only going to be about making a beautiful arrangement, but we're also going to learn a few things. So I hope you guys are excited because I know I am. So this week, this DIY will probably fall in between or right after the start of the Chinese New Year festivals. It's going to be starting February 10th. And it usually starts with a new moon cycle in the beginning of the year, usually between like late January and mid-February, and then the festival ends with a new moon. So it's supposed to be like a start or a rebirth, and that really is signified with the colors that they use, which is like red and gold, and also with the flowers, which can also mean certain things inside of the arrangement. So I'm going to go through the flowers, go through some colors, and we're going to learn a couple things on the way. All right, so let's get started. So first for this arrangement, I really wanted to make it architectural and very like, what's a good word for it? Not really abstract, but more modern. I feel like that's what a lot of arrangements around this time usually look like. So I tried to go for stems that look more like that, and the way we design them is really going to breathe into the arrangement that we make. So first we have this cool long stem called rush. It looks kind of like bamboo, which is why I picked it, but it's really cool. It has these like little segments in it, and it's really bendy. So we're going to make some really cool shapes with it. So you should have a few of those. This is also called horsetail or horse derby. There's a lot of words for it, but I call it rush. That's usually the name that you'll see florists use. Next, we have this gold palm spear. It goes along with my gold vase. I had to use gold because inside of a lot of Asian cultures, especially during Chinese New Year, gold is usually a symbolization of luck. They believe that gold, the color, actual gold, is a very lucky thing. So I definitely have to incorporate it into our DIY. So you should have one of these. Next, we have a bunch of red flowers. So the first red one is going to be dyed seeded eucalyptus. So this one's really pretty, very fluffy. It has a lot of seeds on it, so it's gonna give really good texture to the bouquet, and it's gonna be beautiful. And I'll teach you guys how I'm gonna use it. It's gonna be sitting more at the bottom, and then maybe have a couple pieces sticking out tall, but mostly it's gonna really fill in that bottom and add some texture to the bottom of it. So you should have some of that. Next, we have some red roses. I really wanted chrysanthemums because red chrysanthemums are a great symbolization inside of a Chinese New Year bouquet. It's supposed to be about, I believe, long life and longevity and luck and things of that nature. But I couldn't find any because it's around Valentine's Day and everything red is gone. So we're going to be using red roses, which are also very beautiful. You should have 2 freedom roses. Next, I found these really cool yellow and red tulips. These are going to be kind of like a really cool movement piece. They have really cool shape to them. So we're going to have them sprouting to one side all together. So you should have 3 of those. And then lastly, we have gladiolas. So gladiolas are also called, I believe, sword flower inside of a lot of cultures, specifically like Chinese cultures. And they're supposed to signify luck and prosperity inside of careers and also your personal life. So a lot of times inside of Chinese New Year's, they will use these inside of decorations or arrangements or anything in between. And again, they are also red. Because red inside of Chinese cultures also means pretty much similar things: prosperity, luck, strength, wisdom, things of that nature. All right. So let's get started. So first what we're going to do is I'm actually going to start with our rush because I really want to map out what shape I'm going to do. Again, rush is really cool because you can make really cool shapes with it. So we're going to use these wisely and bend and snap them. So let's get started. So for first, I'm going to take a piece that's a little more wobbly that I don't want sticking straight out because it's just wiggly and I want like straight pieces to be my other pieces. So we're going to work with this weird looking one first, and I'm going to cut it into some long pieces, and then I'm going to find a place where I want it to bend and literally just bend it. Bam. And if it's a little wobbly and it's looking a little weird, that's okay. I'm going to give it a fresh cut at the bottom, and then I'm going to stick it right here. And you're just going to keep making those cool little shapes with all the rush that you have. It's going to make some cool little triangles. We'll put one right here. This vase is really short, so I have chicken wire in here. You guys should need chicken wire if you're using your Flowers for Dreams vase. But I need it because it's a really low vase. So apparently this year is the year of the dragon. Excuse me, just dropped a thing. So this year is going to be the year of the dragon. It's supposed to symbolize things like strength and wisdom. And yeah, so I hope in your lunar year, you bring that into your year. So we're going to do that. All right, so we're going to go with our next piece of rush. Like that. Again, we want this to look like a very, I keep saying the word architectural, but that's really what it is. Very sharp shapes inside the bouquet, which is why I really like this. I really want like a really tall, pointy point in it. Again, gonna put that right there. I want this one a little longer, and this is a really straight piece, so I was saving the good pieces for last. All right, so again, make sure that you are lifting up your vase if you're tall like me and you have a really small table. And just looking how it looks. Cool. All right, I'm going to put these pieces to the side just in case I want to use them in the future. And then we're going to start. So next, I'm going to go in actually with my dyed seeded eucalyptus. Now these pieces are really cool because one, you'll probably get like a huge piece like this. We can break this down into multiple pieces. So I'm just going to look at how it is formed and then just cut along the main stem and fill in the bottom. So first I want to make sure the bottom is covered and we don't see any of my mechanics. My mechanics are chicken wire. So I just want to make sure that none of that can really be seen. So I'm going to put my first couple pieces, going to make sure they're really full and then put them more towards the bottom. Make them real short. And then we can start with our fun long pieces. All right, that's a pretty full piece. Put that one right there. All right, and now I'm going to go in with some of my more longer drapey pieces. I believe every year you can like look at your birth year and see what like year you were born and what like creature or like mythical creature goes with your year. I believe I'm the year of the chicken. You can see their beautiful colors. Really see their shapes. I really wanted to get some cool gladiolas, and sometimes when they grow, they tend to curve in. So I purposely got some for that reason. Hopefully you guys get some in some cool shapes too. All right. Let me get this one a little bit more on an angle. Just there we go. And then let's move these around a little bit more. Perfect. All right. So then next we got our tulips. Again, tulips can get really slimy in water. So we're going to make sure that we are taking off any of those already getting like kind of soft and icky tulip pieces. These bamboo, not bamboo, but these rush pieces, they really like to break and move. So be gentle when you're doing yours. All right, and then again, oh, almost put a slimy piece of thing in there. I want them to be all next to each other so they kind of go opposite of the direction or the gesture of my bouquet. So I'm going to put them in an opposite direction of everything else. Also so you can see them, because they deserve to be seen. They're very pretty. All right, let me go around for a second so I can see how it's looking from the front. Beautiful. Let me do this a little bit. Okay. Kind of want to move this in front a little bit. There we go. Let's twist that this way and then put this one. See, sometimes you need to literally move around your bouquet, get some new perspective, because I be needing to do that. And then now that I see this, I know that this needs to be put in the back a little more. Now that I can see what that's looking like. Period. Beautiful. All right. Next, I'm going to go in with our gold spear. Again, symbolizing luck. Hopefully you guys have a lucky year. I know I need all the luck I can get. So we're going to put that one off to the side right here. Again, make sure you are watching all of your rush pieces. You're not breaking anything. Beautiful. I'm actually going to put this piece of rush right here and then move this one a little more to the front. Okay. Then we're going to take our last couple pieces of seeded. If you have any more pieces of seeded, I'm going to put this one right here just so I can get a little bit more flair, get a little bit more texture going. Put that piece right here. Don't waste any flowers. Use as much as you can. Beautiful. And then lastly, we're going to do our roses. So for this one, I think reflexing our roses like to the max is going to be super important because we're going to get that really like sharp edge to the roses. Because you reflex them, they look a little sharper. So we're going to do that. So again, you take these three fingers, your thumb, your pointer finger, and your middle finger, and you hold the base of it like this. And then at the bottom, you push your thumb up and you just flip the petal inside out, just like that. And then we're just going to go around the whole rose. And we're going to keep doing that. You're going to keep doing that until your heart's desire. These are so pretty. Freedom roses have such a pretty red to them. They're like kind of dark. And they're like deep in crimson. Recently, I just took a trip to Chicago, and I went to their Chinatown, and they were starting to decorate for the Chinese New Year and all that stuff. And they had red lanterns everywhere, and people selling like charms, and it was very beautiful. And that's what inspired me to do this. I was like, I really want to do something that symbolizes the Chinese New Year, because why not? And there are so many cool like floristry trends, not trends, but like cultural floristry inside of like Chinese or any Asian culture. So I've always wanted to do one more on that side of floristry. So I'm excited to be doing this one. And I hope you guys like it too. I wish I could send you guys luck charms, like hang on them. A lot of times during festivals and stuff, you'll see like lanterns or like luck charms or different symbols like hanging from branches or trees or on door fronts or anything like that. So I wish I could get some of those. If you have any at home, feel free to hang them on any of your floristry pieces. Give it a little more pizzazz, you know? All right, so I'm going to put this one right up front so I can hide some of the mechanics that's going on. And then we're going to do the same. Ooh, that reflects beautifully. You see how wonderful that looks? It goes from that to that. And you can truly see like the depth and color of them. It's very pretty. Take off any petals that look a little rotten, as always. And then we're going to start reflexing. Remember, just take your thumb and go bloop, bloop, bloop. This petal's looking a little, let me take this one off. There we go. You'll know when a petal is a bad petal when it like just won't reflex. It's a very sad day when they won't reflex. I feel like the first one always reflexes perfectly, and then this one literally is like absolutely not. But it's getting there. You just have to wrestle her. It'll get there. Ooh, that one tore a little bit, but that's okay. Just keep wrestling it. Fold it inside out. There we go. Not all roses are built the same, but it's a reflex beautifully. I'm not going to keep going because this is a really tight red rose. What I am going to do is just blow it open a little bit. Trying to get the center a little bigger so it doesn't look like too unnaturally reflex. Sometimes you reflex a flower and it looks a little weird. So just blow into that center and that will give it a more natural look in a way. All right. So now we're going to decide what we want to do with this one. I could put it up here. Let's see how that looks. We're going to walk around again. Put it right here. Maybe a little more front facing. Then you can't see any of my little rush pieces. What if I did something like that? That would look cool. All right, let's do that. In order to get that angle, you have to cut a little short and then you stick it in right there. Let's see what that looks like. Beautiful. So to combat that, I'm going to twist this up a little more so we can see it. Just a little. Twist that this way. Twist that this way. I'm going to bring this up just a little, just so we can see it a little more. There we go. And then push this one out a little more. We're going to clear our desk so we can focus. Too much going on the table. I like it better that way. All right, now we're in our final touches moment. Make sure everything is where you can see it. Make sure you're happy with it. It's okay to move things around. If you want to change something, change it. It's your bouquet. Do what makes you happy in this floral world. All right, I think I'm going to put this one. Put that one a little bit right here. All right. Perfect. Don't be like me and be super picky. Or be like me and be super picky. If you want it to look nice, hey, go crazy. Ooh.
Hi.
All right. One more tweak, and then I promise y'all I'm done. And There we go. Beautiful. All right, and that is this week's DIY. I know this was a long one, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Again, we have some beautiful colors here that really help bring in the Chinese New Year. We have red, we have the gold that symbolizes luck, we have sword flowers that can signify prosperity inside of careers or jobs. And I think it's a beautiful ensemble that really helps represent the Chinese New Year. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next week. As always, I always look forward to seeing what you guys do. Make sure you send in any pictures that you've done to either our Instagram or the link below, because I love seeing what you guys create. And yeah, have a good week. Bye.